Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at these different options for steel forged ball mounts. These are going to be solid piece, non-adjustable, pretty basic ball mounts available for 3-inch hitches in a couple of different drop sizes from Buyers Products. Let's check it out. Now the important thing to note with all the options we're going to check out today is that they're the same except for the drop height. So they'll be able to accommodate different rises or drops depending on your needs. You can pick up the right one for you. And they do not include the ball. This is something you'll need to pick up and install yourself separately. And when installing it, it's really important to torque it down properly. Ours today is just hand tightened on there to show you kind of what this would look like, and so we can move it around and show it in the rise and drop position. But for you at home, actually using this, it's really important to get this torqued down properly. But aside from that, they'll all be the same. Now the one in our hitch right now gives you an 8-inch drop, and if we flipped it upside down, it'd give you a 6 3/4-inch rise. The next size down from that would give you a 6-inch drop or a 4 3/4-inch rise in that rise position. And the smallest of the bunch will give you a 4-inch drop, or when flipped over, it'll give you a 2.5-inch rise. Now, a couple things to note when picking out the appropriate ball to pair this with. The platform, the hole here for mounting the ball to, has an 1.25 inch diameter, so you want to pick up one that has the same diameter on the shank. And then the other thing is the weight capacity. Now, these platforms are going to be rated at 21,000 pounds of gross trailer weight rating. That's how much weight they can pull. So you want to pick up a ball that's probably size exactly the same, if not more. This one that we have today is rated much lower, so it would be the limiting factor for us for sure. And we wouldn't be able to tow anything greater than what this is rated for. Therefore, really just not giving us the full potential of what the platform is capable of. Now, if you don't need to tow that much, then that's fine. Pick up whatever works best for you and your needs. But it's something to consider if you plan on pushing the limits of this platform. Pair it up with something that will also perform to that level. And while this is nice that you could use it in the rise or the drop position, it's really not something that you're going to be switching between all the time, because once you torque this down, you're going to have to re-torque it every time you put it back into a new position. So it's really not something you're going to be doing on the fly. If you are, then I'd recommend an adjustable ball mount or a dual ball mount, something that gives you that on-the-fly adjustment where it's built in, you're not having to re-torque it every time. Where this is going to be useful is the cases where you've got one trailer. It's going to be the same ride height every time relative to your truck, and you're really not moving this. You get this installed, you torque it down once, and then it stays there forever because you're just using that same truck and trailer combination. And if that's what you're working with, then great. This solution could be perfect for you because it's no frills. You don't have to mess with anything extra. It's just a simple, solid ball mount that's more than capable of moving a good amount of weight. So not only is the ball not included, but the hitch pin and clip is also not included. It's a minor thing, and as far as ball mounts go, that's pretty standard across the board, which for me, it's not that big of a drawback. Personally, I would want to use my own pin and clip anyway. If you've got a truck, chances are you maybe already have one, or maybe you've got a locking one. In that case, I just use the locking pin. Or if you're picking up one new, then I would also just recommend investing in a locking pin. If this is going to live in the hitch of your truck pretty much full time, it's a no-brainer for me because it protects your investment, and there's plenty of good options to choose from. The etrailer locking pin is a personal favorite. You can get it in the appropriate diameter and span for those 3-inch hitches, so it's a good idea if you need that to just pick it up, or you can always go with the standard one. They're all going to work the same, and just make sure that the ball mount is kept in the hitch. And these are powder coated, so it's going to help protect that steel underneath from rust and corrosion over time. With that being said, it does not feel like the highest quality powder coat. I don't know how much of a concern that realistically is. I mean, your trailer coupler is going to be on the ball, so that's the part that's going to see the most wear and tear over time. But if this powder coat does chip away, that's going to be a spot for it to start rusting and corroding. If this is the style of ball mount you've settled on and that does concern you, I'd maybe recommend looking at the option from Kurt. It's a very similar form factor, you need to provide your own ball, things like that, and it's fixed, but I think their powder coat's a bit better. So that might be a pretty easy upgrade path for you if this is the style you've settled on. Otherwise, there's plenty of really high quality adjustable ball mounts out there, but at that point, you're getting into a different class of ball mount, and if you only got the one trailer, chances are you don't need that much. But that's really all there is to it. And like I've mentioned a couple times now, if you've just got the one trailer, you know what the ride height is, you know what kind of rise or drop you need, then there's really no reason why you can't go with an option like this. Sure, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, the easy adjustment, the storage. It's just simple. But if that's all you need, then that's all you need. You don't have to mess with all the other stuff. This is going to be functional, strong, and reliable for a long time. But that's just been our look at this series of ball mounts from Buyers Products for 3-inch hitches. Thanks for watching.